the supreme aim and the global vision. Our journey through Stoic philosophy has been a methodical construction. We started with reason, logos, identified the point of power, dichotomy, defined the only good, virtue, and developed the tools for action, *kathekanta*, and peace, *apatheia*, and prosoke. Now, it is time to integrate all these pieces into the final overarching goal, eudaimonia. This Greek term, often translated as happiness, means more precisely human flourishing or living in harmony with one's inner genius. For the Stoic, eudaimonia is the state of excellence achieved by living in perfect harmony with rational nature. In this synthesis video, we will break down eudaimonia to show that it is not a byproduct of luck, but the inevitable result of a perfectly applied philosophical system. We will perform the grand synthesis of all 9 crucial doctrines and apply them to a complex crisis scenario. Finally, we will confront Stoic eudaimonia with the definitions of happiness from its ancient rivals, pleasure, Epicureanism, and external goods, Aristotelianism, to prove the invulnerability of Stoicism. Eudaimonia, living in harmony with rational nature. What is the Stoic definition of a flourishing life? It is the life that fulfills its purpose and function. Since the human purpose is reason, logos, flourishing is life according to reason. The Stoic formula, eudaimonia equals living in harmony with nature, of the cosmos and of oneself. Nature of the cosmos, living in total acceptance of the causal order, recognizing providence and rational determinism. Nature of oneself, living in constant alignment with virtue, ensuring that your soul power, choice, is always directed toward ethical excellence. Eudaimonia is not a feeling. The state of flourishing is not a wave of pleasure or euphoria, which are indifferents. It is a state of unshakable serenity and clarity, an inner peace that persists regardless of external circumstances. It is an internal good, totally self-contained and not vulnerable to fortune. The sage's model. The sage has achieved full eudaimonia. He is the theoretical model of moral perfection. The progressor is in constant motion toward eudaimonia, and every virtuous act is a step on the path. The grand synthesis. How the 9 doctrines converge. Stoicism is an integrated system. The removal of a pillar compromises the edifice of eudaimonia. Here is the interdependence of the essential concepts. 1. Metaphysics, foundation. The recognition of the logos and rational determinism, physics, makes the acceptance of fate, amor fati, the only logical response. 2. Psychology, the point of power. The logos reveals to us the only power we have. The dichotomy of control, ethics. This dichotomy isolates the precarious, rational will, as the only source of good. 3. Goal, the only good. The precarious must be exercised through virtue, *aridi*, wisdom, justice, courage, temperance. 4. Practice, action. Virtue translates into action through duty, *kathekanta*, in the social sphere, driven by oikeiosis, familiarization. 5. Mental state, the result. The constant practice of virtue and the acceptance of the logos eliminate pathos, passions, resulting in apatheia, rational tranquility. 6. Tool, the daily key. All this is maintained in the present moment by prosoke, Stoic mindfulness, which ensures that the dichotomy is applied to every new impression, *fantasiae*. Conclusion. Eudaimonia is the final state of coherence in which the individual is in harmony with their reason, their action is correct, and their mind is free from illusions and passions. It is the inevitable result of virtuous and rational practice. The system in action. Analysis of a complex crisis. Let's apply the synthesis to the scenario of a complex crisis, such as job loss and the diagnosis of a serious illness, to show the resilience of eudaimonia. The event: indifferent job loss plus illness. Attack of pathos. Fear, uncertain future, and distress, physical pain. The integrated Stoic response. Active prosoke. Intercept the first impression. Suspend the judgment that this is a terrible evil. Dichotomy. Classify job loss, illness, and fear of the future as uncontrollable. Control resides only in your response and your intention. Applied virtue. Use the illness as material for courage, *Andrea*, and temperance, acceptance of pain. Use job loss as material for wisdom, *Phronesis*, in planning and justice, *Dichotomy*, when dealing with family. Amor fati/logos. Accept the event as a necessary link in the causal chain of the cosmos, amor fati. The logos establish this. Result: eudaimonia stress and anguish, *lipe*/pathos, are minimized or eliminated because virtue, the only good, is intact. Eudaimonia is not lost because it resides within the precarious, which is immune to indifference. The Stoic does not wish for the crisis, but once it occurs, he uses it as perfect material to prove and strengthen his eudaimonia. Contrast I. Eudaimonia versus the ancient rivals. The uniqueness of Stoic eudaimonia is best understood in contrast to the goals of happiness of the other great schools. 1. Epicureanism, pleasure. The goal is pleasure, *hedon*, defined as ataraxia, absence of disturbance, and Aponia, absence of physical pain. For the Epicurean, virtue is merely a means to pleasure. The Stoic argues that this happiness is vulnerable to physical pain and misfortune, as it depends on the absence of an indifferent pain/disturbance. 2. Peripatetics. Aristotle, mixed goods. Aristotle defines eudaimonia as the activity of the soul in accordance with virtue, in a complete life. He argues that for complete flourishing, the individual also needs external goods: health, friends, reasonable wealth. The Stoic rejects this view, arguing that if happiness depends on uncontrollable factors, indifference, it is not secure. Stoicism is the all-or-nothing philosophy. Virtue is the only good, and it is sufficient for eudaimonia. The resilience test. Stoic happiness can survive torture, imprisonment, and the loss of everything, because it resides solely in moral intention. The happiness of the rivals is always precarious, as it can be stolen by an external indifferent. Complete freedom and the imperative of coherence. Eudaimonia, Stoic flourishing, is the complete freedom to be what you were designed to be, a rational, virtuous, and social being in harmony with the cosmos. Internal coherence is your greatest good. Each morning, you have the opportunity to reconfirm your adherence to the unified system. Apply prosoke, embrace the dichotomy, and act with virtue. This is the path to Apatheia and eudaimonia. This synthesis marks the culmination of our study of Stoic ethics. Your duty now is to take this complete system and make it your own, to live the logos in every moment of your life. If you are ready to embrace the totality of Stoic philosophy and live your unshakable eudaimonia, leave the comment eudaimonia below. Subscribe to The Hidden Meaning and discover the science of true happiness.